Good evening, everybody out there. Dadman Walking 55 coming to you live at 11:04 on the East Coast. I am live now. Uh, Breathing. I may sound horrible tonight, but I am definitely better than even last night and especially 2 nights ago, folks. It's been an interesting few days with this, and unfortunately, I guess I brought it home and contributed to the missus here. So, hey, let's see. Speaking of that, Miss will probably see. She's with me tonight, and hey, Mrs., thanks for jumping on with me for a little bit.
Oh, you're no problem. I
Yeah,
will not be talking a lot.
but hey, your presence always radiates great energy.
Okay.
Your beauty is transcends the stars, and
Okay.
is always a reassuring presence. Yeah.
Okay.
And Atwood's here. Hey, Atwood, what's up to you?
Yeah.
Oh, oi, Santa Megatron's here too. Wow. Hey,
Hello.
I guess the notifications are working. I've tweeted it out. So, hey, and we got one more guest with us tonight, hanging out with us for a little bit. It's the great Comic Relief Crusader. Hey, CRC,
Hello.
how are you tonight?
I am I am surviving the cold winter tundra weather of the Great White North.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. That's good to hear. I had some weird
Yeah,
happen.
but certain tomorrow it's going to warm up again. Above zero for the next 2 weeks. So we're going to have a very warm Christmas.
I saw I saw a map of the U.S. and up in that way, Michigan, up that way, up through the central part, up north, it does have all that area towards Alberta and all, like a warmer than normal Christmas period coming up. That's
Oh yeah,
bizarre. Yeah, I know. Because yeah, usually about this time of year, what single digits?
yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Usually it
Yeah.
depends. You know, yeah. Right now we've been having these bizarre Chinooks coming through. Like we had them, I guess you could say probably for the past 2 weeks, and yesterday and today it was like around minus 17
Oh
in
gosh.
Celsius.
Now, are you saying that's Celsius -17?
Yeah. So
Wow.
whatever that works out to Fahrenheit, it's still minus cold whatever.
Let's see.
and and then yeah, so tomorrow's going to be like -7, so it's not going to be that bad, and then after that it's going to hover around zero,
I love the
which
way you
is
say not that bad.
yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
It's like I'm looking at that. So let's see, -17 on the calculator. The Fahrenheit is 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Nice. That says Christmas like that. Well, Santa
So
Megatron said your warm weather won't last long.
oh, I don't know, because this is going to be because after tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
um it's going to be like around 32 degrees, if not warmer,
All
you
right.
know a little bit warmer, so
I
till
do. I
about
do.
till
I
about
do
New
want.
Year's Eve.
I do want to talk some weather and just say, let me go ahead and greet the chat people. We got Atwood here. Hello. Oi, Sonny. Is Santa Megatron's here? Ho, ho, ho. Krampus is here. Merry Krampus. We love your movie, by the way. And Sachi's here. Hey, for a few minutes going grocery shopping. Not working today. All right. Hey, I tell you what, Sashi's one of the people I'm thinking about because the missus and I are going to do what I tried to do last year, which is to bring in the New Year's in every time zone around the world. And I think I got started at 4 a.m. last year. So
Oh wow.
probably about 8 or 9 a.m. or maybe 10 or 11 a.m. It may be New Year's in. Well, wait, Mrs. knows. I think it'd probably be around 11 in the morning, since it's about 12 hours. It would hit their New Year's. So, but yeah, trying to line up some guests from Germany, Japan, and some other things to pop in. And Alabama's here. B from O. Good to see you. I'm trying to get back to being something of a late night owl. Mrs. is here for her great beauty and her aura and presence. So she may be a little quiet tonight, but hey, you should see in a Christmas horror story. No, you got to leave Santa alone. You got to learn your place. But yeah, with the Miss, we met a lot of Canadians over the years going to Disney a lot, specifically because they come down. See, we homeschooled, so we traveled in January and February, and that's the time a lot of them come down. I think they're telling us it's like negative 35, negative 40
Oh
Celsius there.
God, yeah,
And they're like talking about there's like 8 feet of snow. I'm like, how do y'all keep water flowing? How do you keep the pipes not from backing, freezing, or things like that? How do you survive in that?
copious amounts of uh, of coolant. No, I'm kidding. Um,
Yeah.
no, it's I don't know. We just bury the pipes, further underground, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and in the shop that the wife and I have, the guy that owns the building, he put like a heating wire around one of the water mains
Right.
to keep the water flowing, because it's
Yeah.
always around February in Alberta when it
Uh,
gets really bitching cold, like
right.
around minus 30 something, right?
Right.
For about maybe a few days. And it's really insane.
Yeah.
And what
Because
ends
that's the
up
thing
happening
is
is,
for
even though that thing is plugged in, it'll
negative
still freeze the
22
water
Fahrenheit.
once.
Folks, negative 30 Celsius is negative 22 Fahrenheit. Dang. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, the ground gets cold. You can only bury stuff. The ground can only contain warmth so long. Because that's like what happens down here. We get snow flurries at times, but the ground's too warm to hold. Except for 1989, the missus and I did a stream on that. We may have to show pictures about it again this year
Oh, yeah.
because we actually had an inch and a half of snow, which for y'all is like nothing, but for us, shut our whole city down. It's wonderful pictures and stuff like that. So
I know. I get such a kick of it sometimes. Not even an inch of snow, and you guys go into full blown panic.
oh, I know. I'll bring up a picture too. Santa Megatron says jacket and the mittens or gloves if you're a man. Sashi said that our temperature here is always positive. We, however, make it with our negative attitude. And Santa, you like a typical Canadian. America is cute.
Exactly.
Nice. Let me see. But yeah, it's just I've always understood. So so are you up in Alberta, like our friend
Yes.
Orion Briggs? What is the most by the way, hey, small town republic, 1989. It was a big deal. I'm going to bring those pictures up for us
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick. Mobile is kind of like us, except they don't have the high bridges, but they're out on the Gulf of Mexico. They do have some bridges that can make it crazy. And hey, Finity's here, baking hot here. Family just got off to the lake. Well, welcome, Finity. Cheers to you. Good to see you tonight. But what is the most? What's the most snow you've ever had at one time?
Oh, dear God. Wow. I really got to think about that, because I do remember late 70s. Oh my God, I got to think now. Was it about 78, 79? I think when we were still living in Ontario, there was like a really big snowstorm.
Mm.
And, that pretty much like gridlocked everything like in Ontario when I was living in Ontario at the time. Then I think I remember, it was around maybe 88, 89 or something like that. We got a really big dumping of snow in New Brunswick. And I mean, it was a lot of snow. But of course, I was just, like in my teens then, late teens at that. And, or was it around the mid 80s? Usually it's really weird because it kind of, I guess it depends on where you're at in Canada. Because usually in the Maritimes, like around New Brunswick and whatnot, you can get a serious dumping of snow because you got that Arctic current coming all the way down, and down around Newfoundland and Nova Scotia and all that.
Is this because it's near the water? Like I know up in the Great Lakes area, like Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, they had the lake effect snow. Does that make it worse?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
especially when the wind starts blowing, it feels like pins and needles just sticking into your skin, just piercing you. like frozen death.
Well, I
And
tell you, yeah, go ahead.
and then but in Alberta it's really different because it's such a dry air,
Mhm.
and most of the time it'll be like, like this light fluffy snow most of the time that kind of falls, right? But
Right,
and it's a different kind of cold because the air is so dry, right? It's
right,
really weird. And um because sometimes we'll get like in eastern Canada, you get these nor'easters, where you get like this massive airflow
right,
from the Arctic come down. But you'll
right.
have the same thing here in Alberta. It's just a blast of freezing cold air,
Yeah,
and
I think Stunning's up in your area, and he said they had 16 inches back in the 1800s.
uh huh,
So Brogu, welcome Brogu. Brogu is in Houston now. I'm not sure. Actually, I know Texas a few years ago got hit with that super mega freaking freeze stuff, and I know Dallas, all those areas,
oh yeah,
pipes froze. It was horrible there for a couple of days there in Texas. I don't know if Brogu was there then, but I did want to go back to and they said once it got up to negative 50 Celsius. See, that's what gets me. That
uh
just
huh.
seems unlivable in those
It,
conditions.
well, that's the thing because like years
Negative
ago
58
I was
Fahrenheit. Yeah, go
yeah
ahead.
because years ago I was working with precision drilling, and we were up around the Fort Mac area, and in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, basically. And yeah, you would get like minus 40 degree Celsius temperatures, right? And once it hits minus 40, especially on a drilling rig, you got to shut it down. You have to, by law, you got
Hmm.
to shut it down. So, but
Is that to protect the equipment?
oh yes, but
So
yeah,
the
once you
temp,
hit minus 50, it's like God, it's just awful.
so the temperature can only work at a certain. Your lubricants and all can only keep it going at such a temperature. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
just
that's crazy.
oh
But
yeah.
um, let me see here, because I want to go back what Small Time Republic said here because I want to get on that real quick because I want to show y'all in Brogu. I know it was also Louisiana too, so I don't know where you were in 1989 though. But Brogu said, "Yeah, I was here in Texas, froze over. Yeah, I mean, and the geniuses here in Texas decided not to be on the main power grid to get around some regulations, and that's one of the reasons why we froze to death. I heard about that there were decisions about playing with the power grids and this, that, and the other, and then just everything froze up. Yeah, that was a lot of discussion and uh, big issues happened in Texas with that. So,
Yeah.
oh gosh, Stunning says this is why Canada never gets invaded. Everyone turns back when they realize how cold it is.
Yeah, but then explain Alaska.
I don't
So,
know.
you
We
know,
bought it from the Russians. We bought it from
listen,
Russia and
listen,
decided to expand our empire.
listen.
We had to
This
get
is
more longitude, is what it is. So yeah.
this is what we'll do. Trump annexes Canada. We'll give
Okay.
you copious amounts of winter tires, so you guys don't have to freak out as much. Whenever you get snow, and we'll teach you how to drive in it. It'll be like this copacetic relationship.
Well, let's transition there with that because I know a small time republic mentioned 1989 specifically. I don't know if Brogu was in Louisiana in 1989, but December 24th, 89, we truly had a white Christmas here.
Nice.
Yes, it was a white Christmas. It was, let me get this there and there. This is from the Mrs. and I stream a couple years ago. We did this. Hey, Mrs., we had this on with us 2 years ago when we did
Uh huh.
an evening because Mrs. remembers that because she was working at a television station and they wouldn't let them go home. They got
Oh
trapped at the station.
yeah.
So Brogu was in 1989 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This was Christmas Eve. We truly had a white Christmas, because the snow lasted, I think it fell on the 23rd and into the 24th, and then it didn't melt till like the 26th. Because 3 days later, we celebrated Christmas at my sister's, but all you saw were cars in the ditches. because people down here can't drive anyway.
Well,
Because you go ahead, Miss.
I know people, laugh, "Oh, yeah, it was only an inch of snow." But what you gotta understand is that, number 1, our bridges aren't made to drive over if they're iced or snow because
Right.
our bridges are high.
Yeah.
So, we have, I think, 7 bridges in our city alone
And you
to
can
get to
see
the
the.
downtown, and so if they get a certain wind level or they freeze, we get ice, snow on them, they're
Oh
closed.
yes.
Yeah.
So people can get trapped in our downtown area very, very easily. We don't have the equipment to clean the snow.
Hmm.
We have
I
a heritage river in our city,
yeah.
so we can't even put ice because that ice would go into the river. So,
Salt.
yeah, I said salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't even put salt on the ice because that would go into the river, and it is a heritage river. So there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's kind of ha ha ha. We can't drive in it, but you know, it's just we don't plan for it. It'd be like if you guys get a 100 and, huge I guess you get heat up there really bad, but, a lot of and our houses aren't built for weather like this. We have a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
times have
true.
exposed pipes. We have our houses are built to, for air to flow through them a lot of times, especially if they're older houses for ventilation. So,
Oh,
even
ours.
though
Yeah.
it's not a lot,
Hmm.
it is devastating for, a place that it doesn't have. It'd be like a place that's not used to hot weather, all
Hmm.
getting, um, 90-degree weather, and they're like, "Oh, it's so hot," and people are, because there's some states that they don't have AC.
Yeah.
And see, you
If
could.
and we have AC in Florida.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee almost every house in the state of Florida, I don't care how poor you are, there will be central heat and air in that house,
Yeah. Or at
because of the
least plenty
heat.
of window units. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah. So, it's all just kinda, depends on where you're at, and, like I say, our city the
Designed.
infrastructure wasn't made for snow
Yeah.
because we're in friggin' Florida, you
Because
know?
like the missus said, you can see the slope on this bridge. These bridges were steep slope bridges, not just tall. They were
Because we have a
bridges.
lot of,
Yeah.
maritime traffic, and if we had
Yeah.
to have a drawbridge and raise it up every time, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
a
that's
a
true.
a boat
Yeah.
came,
And see, Stunning said they have bridges too, but like Brogu and Small Time are saying, Brogu said down in South, we're not equipped for the extreme cold weather. I think everything should shut down when that happens because we don't, like you said, Mrs., we don't have the salt, we don't have the equipment
we don't have the
because,
tires on our
yeah,
cars. They're not
and
yeah,
it's not cost effective because this in
yeah.
1989, I've been alive 54 years. This was the only measurable snow that we've ever had here.
Mhm.
So, and Small Time Republic, I wonder, was this the same snow that y'all had in 1989? Was it around Christmas also? I was just curious about the timing. And Small Time also said a good comparison would be Europe dealing with heat waves, not set up for that.
Exactly, because they
Exactly.
don't have I know in England, they don't have
Yeah.
central air. They
Yeah.
have they have radiators, they have heat for the cold, but, they don't have it, so when they get those high, high temperatures, um,
Yeah.
it's bad.
We
You're
had a
absolutely
friend,
right.
It can
friend.
be, yeah. See, because they also have an ocean current coming up from the equator as well, right? So
Yeah.
that's why their winters aren't as bad as, like, say, in the Maritimes or on the East Coast, I should say, of North America. Yeah, especially up in Canada, because, like, it's England is kind of like British Columbia, right? Because in British Columbia, pretty much almost all winter it rains there because you got that ocean current coming up from the equator, right? So lucky buggers. But but I think I also remember
Yeah.
this because wasn't this the time where, like, icicles were hanging from oranges and stuff like that
Oh, yes,
in National Geographic?
it devastated a lot of the orange, crop here in
Mhm.
Florida. They have heaters because I mean, there are times that we do get, freezing weather, and they actually set up heaters in the, orchards to
That's
Right.
keep them
crazy.
warm, but it just was so cold that, it couldn't keep up with it. We lost a huge, huge it devastated a lot of our orchards,
Yeah.
here.
Well, like you said, I remember Dad that night fighting to keep the my mom's house was elevated, and so the pipes were exposed. That was a dickens of a time trying to keep the pipes from freezing in that. He was fighting it all. Max Redstone is here. It is a party. Yes, greetings, Max.
And
Good to
I
see
like
you.
she said, yeah,
Yeah.
it's same in Southeast Asia. If we get low temperatures, it would be bad. Your houses aren't designed with the airflow,
Yeah.
were designed with the airflow in mind. And another thing, we, I don't have a heavy coat. I don't
Mhm.
own one. I don't need one. I have two sweaters that I've had, and they're literally 30 years old. I love them. That's the only reason I keep them. And I have a couple sweatshirts. The rest I have, this year I bought some sweatpants because it was supposed to be cold when we went to the theme parks, but it
Mm.
really wasn't.
No.
But I don't have winter clothes. Most people have capris, lightweight pants, and so on top of that, when you have below freezing weather, um,
Hmm.
you're not equipped anyway down here.
No.
Why? Why do
So,
I get the feeling that this is like, you know what? We got to prepare for some cold weather. Oh, I know. Let's get Comic Relief Crusader on, and he can give us some pointers.
no, it just happened. We got on this topic by complete randomness.
Yeah.
That's what the beauty of these late night streams are. No topic or whatever, and then we just go into
Well,
something.
my
There was something
my
you
my
said that took us
oldest
this
was
way.
moving up to Georgia, Athens, and it gets
Mm.
cold up there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like I need to find like some like insulated boots, a heavy jacket. So we're like we're looking in
No.
every thrift store that we could find because they're expensive,
Oh
And
yeah.
we did find
Yeah.
some insulated boots and some good gloves. I
Yeah.
do have gloves because my hands get cold. Um, but it was kind of hard, and it's interesting when you come down here and you look, and people have moved down here, and you see their um, their ski suits and and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think it's really funny.
Well, let me
Here's
catch up with a couple. Sashi said his cousin lived on a mountain peak maintaining a communications tower. When the temps started to go down, they would bunch up towels under the doors to keep out the cold air. Yeah,
yep.
and I'm sure, I mean, I know you have a hot climate, but I'm sure those mountains, I think over there are very tall, so they would get very, very cold too. Brogu said both extremes are terrible, but wants to say heat would be the worst thing to deal with. You could be naked and die from heat stroke. In the cold, you can put more clothes on.
You
I
know
tell
that I
you, go
have
ahead.
I have said that. I said you can only take off so many clothes and not get arrested.
We went to Alabama in the summer. My God, I thought Florida was bad.
Yeah.
I think Alabama's worse than Florida.
Oh my
I
God.
I just was. I did not believe it till I was there, and it was like, wow, the heaviness, the humidity. But
It's
Max,
heavier than Florida. The
I could
humidity.
not believe it. I had to experience it to believe it. But and then we went to
Wow.
Huntsville. We went to Huntsville in October, and the guys up there bragging about their heavy humidity in the summer, how hot it is there, and it's like I was like,
Huh.
they were right. But Max said he'd seen cold ice, lake effect snow, then realized the problem was he lived in Illinois.
Yeah, that would do it.
So
Yeah.
and Small Time said the only true ice. Now, see, this is what's worse. The ice storms are worse than the snow.
Oh
And
God.
like you
Yeah.
said, the ice storm he had, the only true ice storm was in 2014. Worse than snow. Physically could not leave homes. Tires just spun. I
Yep.
mean, how do y'all deal with ice, or do y'all have to just bundle down with ice?
We don't deal with ice.
Ah,
No, I
okay.
shouldn't say that. No. What I mean by we don't deal with ice, okay? Because we've had like several ice storms. Like when the wife and I, when we lived in New Brunswick, we had some really bad ice storms in St. John, New Brunswick, where to the point where cars were just covered in ice. Telephone poles and the power lines were just covered in ice, and there's really nothing you can do. See, because here's the weird thing. Like
Mhm.
back home, back in the Maritimes, they'll use salt like there's no tomorrow, no problem whatsoever, right? Cover all the streets and the sidewalks with salt. You know, get rid of it all, blah 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 blah. It makes obviously for safer driving.
Yeah.
Plus you get a little bit of that grit, right? Which is pretty good for vehicles.
Mhm.
But the weird thing is in Alberta, no, they won't use salt. They'll use sand.
Okay.
And
Smick try and sand that too.
oh
They throw
yeah,
it on the porch. Yeah.
yeah. And
And the
the
picture I had
reason
here,
why,
whoever this driver was using sand back in '89.
yeah, and the reason is because they don't want it, rusting away their cars is why they don't use it in Alberta, which
Oh,
is kind of stupid,
yeah.
you know.
Well, I've always
Because
heard
we
about
don't
that
want to
because,
damage our cars. We don't want it to
yeah.
get rusted out like really super fast. So we're gonna
But
use sand instead of salt.
don't you just wash your car, go to a car wash, and make sure you wash it all off underneath?
Well, yeah, but the
Yeah.
problem is if you do that, then by the time you get home, especially in the wintertime after you wash your car off, it's
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Max said, I hate it when they use sand, not salt. The sand sits on top, then freezes into the ice and creates ice mud.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
the thing is,
Santa, I had to deal with this Santa to shimmy it with your feet instead of stepping. That night when it was really starting to ice before the snowfall came,
yeah,
my dad, we saw a car on the other side of the road just slide through. Like my dad said, that car's not going to stop, and it didn't. We
Nope.
got into the parking lot for the store to get supplies, and he said, "Be careful, get out." And it was like that. You had to just shimmy with the feet. You didn't want to just walk like normal because
yeah, you got to walk like a penguin.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I thought. The volcanic islands. So there are, with the mountains, 7,175 feet, 2,100 meters. Wow. Oh,
Dang.
God, stunning. Most Canadian thing I ever did was use a hockey stick to dig out snow off the car. Free. Nice. Well, let me just go ahead and share the rest of these pictures, though, real quick, so y'all can see what we had here.
But I'm going to say this. Back
Yeah.
to the topic about the houses being raised and the water lines freezing.
Mhm.
Here's a little tip that you might want to try. Right, if you can get bales of hay, okay,
Right.
and put it around the perimeter of the house. Right, so
Mhm.
at least you can hold on to some of that heat underneath the house.
Right.
Right. Because the bales of hay will keep the underneath of the house warm, right? It'll keep that warmth under
Oh,
there.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of people here in Alberta and maybe in some other places in Canada will do is they'll put bales of hay around their around their homes, or if they got one of those like bungalows or anything like that that doesn't have a basement, they'll put it around just to keep the bottom of the house underneath warm.
Nice.
So try that.
Yeah. Well, the problem is by the time you figure out you need it, it's too late. But yeah, because my uncle had a farm, that would have been great.
Yep.
Being close to having that. We got 11 people here tonight. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. This is really fun. We got Comic Relief Crusader and, of course, the missus here. Like you said, this graphic in Northeast Florida, in through parts of Florida, there was a trace, but like up where we are, we got anywhere from 8/10 to 2.5 inches of rain, of snow. So,
Oof.
folks, that is huge for us. You can see up in South Georgia was, between 3 to 6 inches. And then up the Carolinas, it was this for us, for all this area, Georgia and Carolina, and this was blizzard-like conditions. Maybe not for the Carolinas, but what's interesting is it was along the coast, not up in the mountains. Normally, the western part here has a lot of snow fall up there with Tennessee, but we got that, and then here, this is some of the. I mean, this is what it looked like. I mean, there were actually people on the road. My uncle drove an hour to my grandparents' house. I saw him come down the road. He was driving like 40 miles an hour, but he was in the Coast Guard, so he lived all around the world. He knew how to drive in it. But I mean, here it was. I don't know. It doesn't look like a lot, but this is a whole lifetime for us. So, yeah. So
that's just the
all right.
beginning of a snowfall for us.
I know that's what's
like
so funny.
nothing.
Well, let me let the missus. I think the missus needs to bail out. Thank you for jumping on with me for a little bit, missus.
Oh, you're
Thank you,
welcome. You're welcome.
Mrs.
Oh, thank you.
Real quick, can I recite one story since you're here?
Sure.
Last year, we were up in the Georgia mountains, and it was like we had to get ahead of ice or potential snow, but it never did. But it was like 15 degrees was the or
Oh,
12
like
degree was the low. It
stupid.
was like 20 in the day, and we did a live stream from a waterfall, and I'm sitting there like,
No, I had long pants. I had, you know, 3 jackets on, and I was wearing gloves. Dadman, what were you wearing?
I had my hoodie thing, no gloves, and shorts.
Okay. And where were we standing by? What was it?
It was a waterfall.
A
Yeah.
waterfall. Can we say idiot? Okay. Now continue your
Well,
story.
it was so bad. I told her, I think on the stream, I said, I think I may have messed up. The hair on my knees are standing straight up. I take pride in the sexiness of my legs and how ironclad they are, but God, that was so cold on my leg. And I really thought I had lost feeling in my hands.
Oh
It was
man.
amazing. I was still holding the phone,
Oh.
but you couldn't hold the phone in with gloves, it would affect the camera angle. But yeah, so it was probably around 20, if not less than that day, because it was like a record low for that. So, but Mrs., thank you again for coming
Oh,
in.
well, first I gotta comment on Sashi's,
Oh,
the
okay.
one thing he had. Old houses in Malaysia are built on stilts. Yeah, see, everything is built on depending on what your environment and the things that you have to deal with. It was
Yeah.
protection against floods and wild animals. I was sleeping in the
Wow.
rural area at my cousin's place, and we had a nighttime visit from a tiger.
Oh dang.
That sounds nice, but, I hope that they couldn't jump up to the thing. I'm sure that they had it all, um, so you could be protected, but that would freak me out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It shows how, like, if some of our houses that are built on the coast, they're built on, stilts in case of flood surges, things that
Hmm.
are in flood zones. It doesn't always help, but they do their best. So, yeah, that's crazy, crazy.
No, I know. But thank you. And tomorrow night we conclude. You're not doing your morning stream tomorrow, but
No.
tomorrow night we conclude the 12 movies of Christmas with Klaus.
Yes, yes, we're gonna be doing Klaus, which is on Netflix if any of you guys would, like to watch it.
Yes, and Miss is almost to 300 subs. So if you go share out her channel and her links and stuff, so that only 6 more till 300. So
Yes, I would love to get, 300, excuse me,
yeah,
before Christmas or at least before the New Year. That
yeah,
would be really that's a couple weeks, and that would be neat.
absolutely.
A
So
Christmas
Yeah.
present for Mrs.
mm,
Dadman.
Yes,
yes,
please, 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 sir, may I have 6 more?
there you go.
Okay,
Then we'll work on the next 200. But yes,
yeah,
thank you, Mrs., for jumping
yes.
on for a bit with me.
Okay, thank you
And
very much.
yeah, absolutely. All
You
right.
guys have a wonderful,
Put your link in the chat though, if you don't mind, when you get off.
okay.
All right. So, Small Time Republic said they're better off encountering a lion than a tiger. He'll take neither. Sashi said, "Yep,
Yeah.
designed to keep tigers out, just enough to deter them." So, Stunning said that snowfall looks like another Tuesday here. Now, see, we're
Pretty
more
much.
like Max. So, uh, like tonight, he's fogged in here. We get bad sea fog at times, and that's
Oh
something that happens
yeah.
with us. The sea fog is bad at times.
Okay,
Uh,
there is my link for YouTube. I hope I did it correctly. I'm stupid. I'm
okay.
so thank you
Th-
guys.
Yep,
Um,
thank you.
you have a good one, and if you're in the cold weather, stay bundled up. If you're in warmer weather, stay cool and hydrated. Actually, you should
Exactly.
stay hydrated even in cold weather. A lot of people think that you don't get dehydrated in the whole cold weather, but you actually do. You have to continue
Oh
to
yes.
make sure you drink in the cold weather too. So on that note, bye everybody and stay hydrated.
All
See
right, stay
you
hydrated.
later. Bye.
Bye, Mrs. Thank you.
See ya.
All right. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Small time up in the Midwest gets the worst bath of both worlds. Tons of snow in winter, some really hot days in summer. Yeah, I've heard about it, especially our friends in Michigan. And I talked to JT Kirk. They've had and Connie Cleary's one that talked about Pennsylvania, Ohio with lake effect snows. I mean, man, the snowfall in Michigan was bad a few weeks ago, and had shut down interstates or big wrecks and all that kind of stuff. So Brogu says Dave Chappelle had a funny skit where he says, growing up, his friend said, "You want some grape juice?" And he said, "What is juice?" I feel like saying, "What is snow, dude?"
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh jeez.
By the way, I do want to shout out something to somebody.
Yeah.
We're going to say it early for the great Max Redstone. His birthday is Friday. Happy birthday, early Max.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, Max.
Yeah. We want to wish you that early in advance. But hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, I'm waiting. You can see.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Max Redstone. Happy birthday to you.
Uh-oh. Ahoy, y'all. Can anyone see this? Yeah. It looks like Shooter. This is our winter one year in 1989 when we actually had about an inch of snow. All right. I'm not sure how long we're going tonight. I'm trying to preserve my voice. I just want to get back on Wednesday nights again since it's been a long time. But yeah, grateful that Comic Relief Crusader could jump on with me a little bit because of Mrs. I tell you what, folks, really, she's dragging more than I am, and we've been through a lot of crap the last couple days with all this sickness. It's crazy. So, and Brogu's wishing you a happy birthday too, Max. And he likes your song. Let me go ahead to see. There's a little bit more here we got here. See, this is another one of our bridges. See the metal grating right here?
Oh, yeah.
This is not a very tall bridge, but it's just all the snow leading up to it.
Ooh,
yeah.
And going downhill, too. Oh, boy.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a slip and slide waiting to happen right there.
Yeah.
Break up the crazy carpets.
Oh, Shooter, are you checking that out over on the Missus? Because the 12 Movies of Christmas is over on her channel.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it, though?
Yeah, it's on her channel. Oh, man, the view counts afterward have been amazing with some of these movies. So if you go back, go watch the streams that we did. But I'm not streaming those 12 Movies of Christmas. Those are her channel drive. So check it out over there. So, but yeah, that's why, I don't know. It's because I see you tonight, Shooter. I see you tonight in the chat. So I love Max Redstone. The one time you had a winner like they had on television, adorable. And it was a white Christmas. That made it even better. So, yeah, everybody's getting sick. Last week we had it was like freaking 40 for 2 weeks. It was like cold extended. Then on Saturday we had Mom, and she's got her health problems and all, and it spawned rain on us when I had her outside. Something had to get an umbrella for her. So I'm thinking something happened after that. So fortunately she's okay. It hit me. Then of course I shared it with the missus. So, and hey, Fallout Dave, good to see you. Fallout Dave, were you here back in 1989? This is Jacksonville in 1989. I don't know if you have memories or if you were down in the area. So, yeah, and see Stan and Megatron. I'm sure if y'all have the right equipment, I'm sure y'all can do it and deal with it. It's just not cost effective for us down here. For us, it's like, this is like 36 years ago. I was like, why would you spend money on de-icing or snow equipment? So yeah, my granddad actually fell off his step. Fortunately, he didn't hurt himself, but yeah. And like Stunning said, you have to walk like a pig, or you said like walk like a penguin, but you just have to shift your feet. 14 of y'all here with us tonight. Your camera's on, Michael.
Oh, yes.
Just letting you know.
Because I'm showing you a Canadian winter.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Santa Megatron said, might as well bring a sled. Shooter's never had a white Christmas in Australia. Oh. And hi, Bowsette, welcome. Max said in Illinois, we had a very interesting contraption called a snowblower. Yes. Okay, Dave was in St. Augustine, which is just south of here.
Let's see.
Which had because I'll show y'all. St. Augustine is right down in this area here. So yeah, he was in the Trace area down here in St. Johns County. So, but yeah, but it was like a winter for us up here. All right.
Fucking.
Let me know when you're ready for me to show it.
Oh, go for it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, let me remove that. And there it is. Let me remove. Let me figure out.
Little bit of frost on that tree over there, and you know everything just. I mean, look. You got a car over here, and it's just covered in snow, just covered. You know, and you got trees covered with frost, and you know driveway just covered in snow. You got the entire street covered in snow. It's it's like a winter wonderland,
Well, that's
kind
nice
of.
though. But see, y'all are
Yeah,
used to driving in it and stuff. We
yeah.
can't. Oh my God, we got 18 people with us tonight. You guys are rocking
There we
out
go.
there tonight. Hey, thanks for being here with us. Thank you for sharing
Yeah,
that comment, really, Crusader. Man, hey, you guys rock out there.
Christmas lights going on.
Hey, we gotta have Christmas lights.
Uh,
So, oh,
Ooh, you know what? Too bad.
yeah.
Too bad we
What's
didn't
that?
have any northern lights going on right now.
Yes, I missed that months ago. I did. We were not enough of an elevation or
Yeah.
longitude to get it. Some said they could see it down here, but we couldn't. So, 10 to 16 inches in 12 hours at the blizzard in Denver in '03. Yeah, that's like the people up in Pennsylvania, Ohio, or the lake effect snow last week, the last couple of weeks. Just amazing. The amount of snow that got dumped. Oh, Max, where's the pole where that kid's tug stuck to? He takes down the alley where Ralphie beat up Scott Farkas. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ah.
Brogu said what makes him mad is they expect people to go to work in these undrivable streets. If you're not a first responder or doctor or nurse, you need to stay home instead of crashing into someone. Well, I've kind of had that with work with hurricanes. It's like we worked through the hurricane, but they let us work from home though. It's like it's interesting. It's
It
crazy.
is.
Even if all the people we deal with are closed, we're still open. It's feet. Oh, that's feet. That was
Oh.
10 to 16 feet in 12 hours. Holy crap.
Wow.
That is a blizzard. So,
Yeah, it's
oh,
crazy.
see, Shooter in the southern hemisphere, they're the opposite of us. See, we get the cyclones or the hurricanes, as we call them, our season just in November 30th. It starts May 15th or May 15th in the Atlantic. And so, their summer's our winter. So we
Yep.
flipped. So he's hot now. We're warm and cold. So, which is why we're getting sick. So let me see. Oh, Brandon, anime guy. Hey, sorry I missed you in there, dude.
Oh yeah,
Good to see
Brandon.
you. Hey, how are you doing? Snow. He liked your snow pictures. Yes, exactly.
Holy
I was
crap.
actually showing. I was actually. Hey, hey, you expect it up in Canada, but hey, this is in Florida in 1989. This was. This was. I'll tell you. But I got some traffic pictures. This is why it's stunning. Like Brogu said about this stay home, you're going to see some of the reasons why you stay home. Look, they're trying to push this guy's car up and over the bridge for one thing. We got that. What Brogu again says, what is snow?
What is snow?
Yeah. And we got, see, this is probably in an area we had heavier snowfall, but it was not that far from the other picture.
Oh, and Fallout Dave, yeah.
Yeah.
He remembers those days
Yep.
in Denver. Oh,
Take
okay.
care, Balzette. Thank you for lurking, though. And howdy, Zach Rutt. Good to see you tonight. How are you doing?
Yo, dude.
So let's see. Yeah, about the days he lived in Denver, want to move back to Florida. Don't miss the snow, because what he said also. Great to see Brandon and Zach Rutt here tonight. And
Nice.
Balzette. I mean, I see some people I've not seen in a while, but it was the wet snow. I've heard about that. The wet snow, because it freezes, it makes shoveling a pain in the ass. Is that
Oh,
right?
yeah, it is.
Our friend JT Kirk is like big about the wet snow, shoveling that shoveling shit. I guess so.
That's why you want plenty of
Yeah,
salt.
exactly. When strangers would get together and help. We actually had that with one of our hurricanes. The neighbors, we had the old man across the street had some damage and stuff, and we all kind of came out. And we were bad then, though. In the mid 2000s, power was out at least a week, but they've done
Oh,
a lot of upgrades. So usually we're only out hours now, not days.
dang. A
And,
week?
yeah, dude. I mean, the kids were like 2 and 5, and we had no friggin' power in August. And what happens? Oh, you talk about humidity. The damn hurricanes bring all that humidity up here, and it's like oppressive. And you have no AC, nothing to keep the house cold. Maybe a fan or two if you're lucky to have battery operated fans. I mean,
That's
unless you
crazy.
did generators, but I just don't trust the danger from generators. So.
Oi.
Dave said, I don't miss the crud that gets your wheel wells from the dirty, melted, and refrozen snow combined with the road clearing mix. So, in Santa, okay, I'll try to get that picture up here in just a second. But this was popular. This was a common sight around town here. You know, it's more ice than snow at that point because of the traffic. But this is just like
I'm
weird. This
sorry. To
everybody's
me, it just
muting.
looks funny.
I know. Well, look, hey, it's Florida. What do you expect? That's like Progu says, stay off the roads.
Oh my God.
Well, it gets better. Remember,
I'm
like I
like,
said, like I said, 3 days later when there was no snow on the ground and it was melted, we found cars in ditches that had been abandoned.
oh my God.
I
Oh,
know,
please.
I know you guys and humidity down there. Humidity is a daily thing. Yeah, I know. Hey, but I
I
tell
mean,
you,
that's hilarious.
with having no power for a week and keep 2 kids entertained, it was kind of hellacious. So
See, because like here, like okay, first of all, like in Alberta, I mean, we'll go like 120 kilometers, like down the highway, right? Which is around, getting close to like maybe 70 miles per hour, right? So because we don't care, we're Alberta, we're like we're the Texas of Canada that
right,
way, but
right. I've heard about that.
but when it comes to when if for some odd reason, it's always whenever the snow flies. um
Yeah,
some people just like drive like morons, and they always end up in a ditch. And here's the thing, what we say in Canada: snow means slow. So just slow it down a little bit, you'll be fine. Even if you don't have like like winter tires or anything like that, like especially down in Florida, all you have to do is just
dude,
slow down a little bit and
dude.
just press on the brakes, well in advance before you hit a stop sign. That's all you gotta
And
do.
probably pat them gently instead
Yeah.
of just laid on it. Yeah, but I will tell you though. I will tell you though. You just, I mean, you're talking about Florida. I mean, Mrs. tells me a lot of times turn your blinker on. I'm like, why? Because in Florida, my experience is if you turn your blinker on in Florida, the car behind you, it's a sign for them to speed up. So.
That's
Yes,
weird.
exactly. Yeah, no, yeah, it was rough with that. Yeah, and Dave is right. Florida, it is like a hurricane, no problem. A dusting of snow, but with ice, it's the end of the world. It truly is. So,
You know
Brogu
what?
had that a
So,
week and a half without it. Yeah, yeah.
somebody
Go ahead.
from somebody from Canada should come down to Florida for like the winter and give classes on possible driving, how to drive when things are snowy or even iced up a little bit or something like that. Kind
Yeah,
of like give you driving tips and open up a class for
yeah.
Floridians on how to drive in snow.
Well, I tell
I'd
you
probably
what,
make a
though,
mint.
it's yeah, you might, but see, we need a little bit more of this to happen. Our panhandle, the western part of the state near Alabama, they tend to get a little bit more snow at times when we do get snow.
Right.
But even when they do, it's just really a dusting and stuff. So snow flies on a cold gray Chicago morning. Yeah. See, Dave said it's not hard. Yeah, you never had trouble.
Yeah.
Just heavy rainstorm. Yeah. One dude almost did a well, hold on. One dude almost did a donut in the middle of the intersection today because it was so slippery.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah, Dave saw that too.
Oh yeah. With
Denver and black
California.
ice. Progu, what is snow? I know about rain. You guys are speaking another language. Like, what is grape juice? I know
Grape
about grape
snow.
juice.
when sh- when when moisture particles hit 0 degrees or 32 Fahrenheit,
Yes,
it crystallizes and
dude.
becomes this beautiful white death that
Yes,
rains upon everyone in northern
yes,
countries, known as
exactly.
snow.
And Shooter just says Australian drivers are bad for different reasons. Let's see here.
Don't tell
Yeah,
Hungry that.
yeah, really. See, this was in a neighborhood where there's less traffic. You could see that there was more buildup of snow.
Oh man.
So, hey, and look, the cop didn't, I'm sure back then, the cop didn't give the kid a hard time riding in back there behind it, you know? It was kind of
That's
like, just take it slow, but it's like, hey, why not? We don't, this is a once in a lifetime thing. So,
what you do.
no,
That's fun.
watch Empire Strikes Back. What about
Yes.
first snow for Hoth? Yes, exactly. Well, we get hell. Hell is like snow, right?
Yes. Oh my
But
god.
I tell you what's odd with our part of Florida, we do not get tornadoes or hail very often. And when they usually tornadoes are associated with hurricanes, and hail, it's really bad if there's hail in the forecast. It's really, really bad. Oh, Max said, uh, hail is attempted snow.
Yes.
Oh,
There it is.
dude tried bikes, and then it was like Hoth in 1989, but we were just missing the Wampa.
Ah, yeah, that's true. Hail,
Yeah,
hail though, Max, is more like really angry snow.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
snow is nice and light and fluffy at times, most of the time, and and it's soft. Hail is just really mad, angry snow
yeah.
that hates you.
Brogu lives in Texas. I'm like Luke Skywalker living on Tatooine.
Tatooine.
That's at Universal Studios. Yes, that one Sharknado movie. That Sharknado movie ended up dealing with Cape Canaveral and Universal Orlando with Sharknado. That was hilarious.
Here's the
Uh,
weird thing though, and I'm not like poo-pooing on Texas or anything like that, or anybody that ends up living in southern states, like Florida and Texas and stuff
yeah,
like that end up with like snow and stuff like that, because it's not really my intent to like like as a Canadian point and laugh at you guys, but what I find so perplexing, because I never heard of an ice storm ever happening in Texas until like a few years ago, where McConaughey did that fundraiser and stuff like that, and and yada yada yada, right? Like
right.
I never heard of that happening in Texas, and it really perplexed me. It's like, yeah, but Texas is like
Yeah,
way south, right? Because I remember as a kid when I went to Florida, like back around the mid '80s, how especially in the summertime, how hot and humid it was, and I'm thinking, well, wintertime, it's probably like, like springtime up here, probably in, like, let's say, I don't know, like maybe 40 degrees or something like that in the wintertime in Texas, right?
yeah,
Not enough for an ice storm. That's what I'm thinking of Texas during the winter, right? You
yeah.
know,
That's a
summer's
lot like
around,
Florida.
yeah, summer's like in the 40s or something like that. And I'm thinking,
Yeah,
how in the world can Texas end up with an ice storm? It's just beyond me to
that
think
was
that.
weird. That happened a few years ago. But like us,
Yeah,
we don't really get ice. We've had a few snow showers where snow hits the ground, but it melts immediately. But
yeah,
yeah, it's nothing really with ice. I mean, it's we're lucky from that. And that's what made that one event a few years ago so weird. It was like
bizarre.
it froze everything. It was like
Yeah,
hell really froze over, and man did all kind of stuff. I'm gonna work on showing a couple more pictures. Then I want to try to bring up what Stunning had sent real quick. But here, Alberto's Dinosaur Central and Drumheller, lots of
yep,
dig sites there. Yeah,
that's
and
about an hour away
shooters.
from me.
Oh wow. What? You know what, Stunning? Maybe we need to do a show on that soon, sometime.
Yeah.
If you get some information on that,
Oh, because I got some pictures.
yeah. Okay, we'll have to look into doing something about dinosaurs in those dig sites because that would be fascinating
Oh
to
yeah.
see. Yeah, yeah. And Fallout Dave said, and later that day, in 1989, the flying monkeys swarmed in. Yes, sure said. You guys have snow fights in Australia. The best you get is frost fights. Yep, yep. I tell you what, we couldn't make big snowmen with this one or big snowballs. So, but that's why I had the missus hit me with an ice ball when we were in Colorado. God, that's gonna be 2 years coming up. I miss that trip. But hey,
I remember that.
Bubba here, he's like directing traffic out here. See, there's not much snow on the ground, but hey, we got this. This is heavy for us. I mean,
that's a light sprinkling. Come on.
I know. But here, there's another interstate leading to a bridge. They're all parked, stopped. I don't even know what these people did for days. I mean, they had to get them over eventually. See, I was out at a basketball game that night.
Yeah.
And when it started and it was starting to freeze, they were starting to shut down bridges. It's funny because when they said one bridge shut down, the tallest, it's like, okay, a few people left. Well, I was on one side of the bridge. My school was on the other side of the bridge.
Right.
And the people from the other team or people that live on my side of town. And when they said the two bridges to get back over on the other side of town where my school was, man, that place bailed out. I mean, everybody was gone. And it was like me and the people on my side of town that did have to cross the bridge were the only ones left in the game because people flew out. Because there was one bridge that they kept open most of the night, but they had to shut it down at times. And it was one that was flatter than the others. But,
wow.
Stunning. I've been to Drumheller once. Saw some cool fossils at the Royal Tyrrell Museum.
Yep.
Wow. I don't know. I always see that about y'all and the dinosaur digs. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. You got to be careful when you're going out and among the hoodoos and all that, because sometimes you might encounter like a rattlesnake there. You know.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, yeah. We actually do have rattlesnakes up here in Alberta.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to try to get the Stunning had shared a picture. Okay. I'm not going to copy and cut it. I mean, there's nothing else to be seen. I'm looking to make sure nothing doxing on the screen and all this stuff. Let's see. All right. We go with, all right. I'll put this up for a few seconds here. So there we go. And this is Stunning's neighborhood tonight. Look at that snow, cars. Yeah. Because this guy's he's out there being proactive, or either that guy hadn't gone anywhere all day.
There you go.
Yeah. That's nice. Thank you for sharing that, Stunning. Now that's real snowfall, but
yep. See, Fallout Dave understands too. I'll be clear.
No, Brogu doesn't like the snakes though. Yeah.
Yeah.
10,000 years. That's too funny.
Back during the last ice age.
Yes. Yeah. Brag away, Dave. Brag away. We love it. All right.
Man.
Well, I'm going to get ready to start it. Didn't know how long I was going to go tonight. I'm going to start to ramp things down a little bit, but I got a couple things that just a random topic, seriously, you helped determine it, which is a random stream into weather, which became snow for here. I've been talking about the missus about talking about that again, and it was kind of cool. When we were in Colorado in the summer, she pounded me with that ice ball. That was really fun, except one of them. And then she's like, no, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. And then she started laughing the whole time. There's a video of it and all out there and all. And one time, the worst one was she got me behind the ear.
I remember that.
Yeah. I was like, dang it. She went from, no, I don't want to do it. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And then she's had way too much fun doing it.
That was like the first time I encountered your channel.
Cool.
That was the first time I checked out your channel, and I was watching this video of somebody throwing a snowball at you, and it was like Mrs. Dadman, and I'm like, yeah, nail him.
I got it.
It
was interesting.
Here.
Yes. That was like, wow, that's like a puncher, boxers. It's like some sensitive area. So Santa Megatron said it's negative 18 right there now. I think we had it earlier, but negative 18.
Not too bad.
No, shoot. I got to Let's see. Not too bad. Listen to you. Oh, it's 0. It's just under 0 Fahrenheit. All right.
Oh,
It's a
sweet.
heat wave. It's a heat wave
Nice.
for you. Oh, I once wanted to go north to Cincinnati for Christmas, and Mitch is always like, "Well, parent, she was about got to have plenty of water. I got all this stuff, blankets in case something happens." And she's like, the salt and all this stuff, and I'm like, "Yeah, we'll go." It was on that trip. This was for Christmas. It was warmer in South Carolina on the way up than it was in Cincinnati the whole trip.
Uh-huh.
I was like, damn it. Because I told her, I just wanted to take the kids, go somewhere and get blizzarded in. I mean, we could get food at the hotel, all that stuff. I don't want to drive in it. But then
I'm
again,
gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to provide some sort of service where I can get people like yourself, like get their tire sizes and somehow ship snow tires to you guys. Like, so just in case in Florida, if you happen to encounter snow ever again, that you can just go to the garage and say, hey, put these tires on and you'll be right as rain.
Well, there you go. Yeah. This is something though. Dave said the car with negative 14 Fahrenheit, he had to walk to work because the car wouldn't start.
You didn't have a block heater, did you? Oh, darn.
Man. But
see that's the other thing in Canada, right? I don't know if you guys have them in the States, right? Is a block heater. Because what we do here in Canada, right? We'll plug in our cars because in Canada we have a block heater which keeps the oil nice and warm for the engine, right?
Right.
So because if it gets really cold, right, all that oil ends up kind of like gelling up, and it makes it really hard for your car to start. And then because your batteries aren't designed like Canadian batteries most of the time, where they can withstand like about minus 20 weather here, they end up going dead.
And so, Atwood, have a good night. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Good luck with work. Yeah. So that was interesting. Shooter wants to said he'll swap the flying alligators with the flying saltwater crocodiles. Grogu's bragging it's 55. Well, not really bragging. 55. It has to turn on the heat. He said being snowed in a blizzard was boring. Well, not if you go up there just to get snow for your kids to play in and stuff like that. But and he said they didn't have that. But I think negative 14 Fahrenheit would probably still be abnormally cold for Denver. I'm guessing. So
see, if you can try to find somebody in Canada that'll ship you a block heater for your engine, right? And then all you have to do is just plug it in the winter. That's all you got to do. Just get an extension cord, plug it in. It'll keep your engine nice and warm. And, because you guys don't get extreme temperatures like up here. And again, you'll be right as rain, right? Yeah. It'll keep your oil nice and warm and just start up the car like it's no problem.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm going to probably start to slow down. Probably will not play Where in the World tonight. Where in the USA. We'll have to maybe do that Friday. I'm planning on maybe doing another show Friday, depending on life, mom, all that stuff, if we're better. So, but I did want to go through some memes. So Max is still fogged in. Dave said it's okay. Move back to Florida. Wife does not miss her home state. Oh gosh. Yeah, Brogu. I've heard all about that, about shipping between Canada and the US.
Actually, it's not too bad here, but from you guys to us, it's expensive. And yesterday we just got over our postal strike.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I did have to say something really quick. We have some breaking news. There's things about drones. I love drones because at Disney they have some stunt shows. They have had some at Universal, but we got footage of drones off New Jersey.
Ooh.
Did you know that?
Here. Did you? Yes, I've been seeing that.
Yeah, a close up of one of the drones in New Jersey.
I knew it.
I saw that one tonight. I'm like,
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I love that. I was like, I love good humor. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that tonight. I just could not resist this one with this picture because I'm afraid to say anything. Who knows who's listening? By the way, our benevolent galactic overlords, we love you and trust you to do everything right and look out for us for our best interest, right? Seriously?
Yep.
Yep,
That's right.
exactly. Looks like a banana. No, stunning. This is from War of the Worlds, the original movie back in the 60s.
Love that movie.
This is one Hungry and I wanted to talk about, and I don't think we got a chance to talk about it in really dedicated. And I hope one day I can spend some time really talking about this one really well. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
I think it's a psyop.
yeah, I don't know, but we'll move on because hey, it's National Twin Day.
Is
Well,
it really?
actually, yesterday the 18th was, but in your time zone, it's still National Twin Day in the U.S. But yes, this one was declared by National Day calendar. I guess they independently decided, hey, in 2019, we're going to have National Twin Day on December 18th.
Nice.
So, all right. So whether fraternal or identical twins share everything right from the beginning. While personalities may be different, they often know what is going on before the words are spoken. This is an issue. Either twins manage to stay connected across the country or around the globe. Of course, mythology teaches about twins from the very beginning, as does the Bible. From the rivalry of Esau and Jacob to Aphrodite's twin sons Phobos and Deimos, as well as the mortal and immortal twins of the constellation Gemini. We explore a host of human conditions. So, twins are always those type of things. Really an interesting thing. So, I did that because I know the missus did something different today. So what I'm going to do is take a picture of your dots and bots. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, hey, all right. Yeah. Cause I'm like, I mean, I only wanted to say this because of the fun of the drone thing. Cause it's just like, you didn't have War of the Worlds. How can you not? Cause I don't talk politics and all that stuff on the channel. I can't, but I still could not resist the power of a good meme, CRC.
Yo, yeah.
This one was brilliant.
I love it.
So
I almost wish it was.
Yeah, I know. Start blowing everything up. All right.
Yes.
Hey, celebrating twins, even though it's now the 19th. I had to say, hey, there's always there's always an evil twin. Good old sis.
Exactly. You're gonna look for the evil mustache.
Yeah. Right there. Look at that.
Oh man.
I know. I could just I can still hear Stunning laughing at that one.
Oh jeez. It's like yin and yang.
Yeah. You didn't get lunch because mommy thought I was you and fed me twice. I know. Here you go. The other alternative, there can be only one.
Only I will receive all the affections.
Mom loves me, not you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Being asked, are they twins? No, I found the extra kid in the parking lot and thought, why not?
Exactly. There was a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah. Oh, the Highlander joke. Which one was the Highlander joke? Oh, only one.
There can be only one.
Okay. Thank you, Shooter. Good to see that. But let's see what we got here. Telling your twins apart, level expert.
Oh my god. Oh jeez, no.
I mean, these are embarrassing pictures for when they grow up, They're not going to tell at that age.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
Exactly.
Like you couldn't put a name tag on them? Come on.
I know. Yeah.
Oh.
So modern problems, modern solutions.
Yes. Oh jeez.
Here's another one. Being asked, are they twins? No, the hospital was having a buy one, get one special. Stunning. A1 hole, A1 2. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Oh God.
3 Family Guys. Peter Griffin's evil twin. Something's wrong with this picture. I just can't put my finger on it.
Jeez. Oh Lord.
I did not see
That
that
head.
till they said that.
That head is just so oddly shaped.
I mean,
It reminds me of something.
At least it doesn't have the bald chins like Peter Griffin has, you know.
Oh God, yeah.
Spider
like
Yard. Have you ever tried to draw Peter Griffin?
No. No.
Oh, he has no neck, right, Max? My identical twin came in the other day and warned me that my girl want to be with me because I'm popular. To test it, the next day he went up to the girl and said, "Do you think we can date?" In front of me, my girl said, "No, you ugly." Wait, what?
What? No. Just
Oh
wait.
God.
Like
It's the Kingpin. Love that one. All right, so we're kind of probably going to get off the twins for a little bit here. Well, this one here is 3 a.m. Want to start crying again?
Sure.
This would be good if we had some of the ladies in to comment on these. Some of the mothers, you know. We got all guys in the chat, it looks like, tonight. So, but hey, thank you for everybody being here tonight. So,
man.
Santa Megatron says, I don't draw fat dudes unless I'm paid to or if it's Penguin. Nice. I like this look. The kids looking, laughing about saying it, and the other kids got that, yeah, let's do it. Look.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like you can tell that these two are going to be like, you know, future crap disturbers in the future when they're about, you know, 16, something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, we're getting a little different here. The elves come up when you got a horse and a doll. Santa, I'm looking for a little tail, and Bob wants to get a little head. Hey, wait, just what kind of operation you think I'm running here?
Oh my.
Yeah. Let's see there. I heard the stockings were hung.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God.
All right. And here, this one I put on Twitter earlier. Christmas. Who wants to sit on Santa's lap?
Let's talk about the first thing that pops up. God.
Boing. Turkey's done.
I got your present right here.
And seriously, that's why folks in Florida don't put lights up on a palm tree. It can never work well.
Oh, dear Lord.
I don't know which is worse, the pink lights or the green lights.
It's yeah.
I just don't know which one's worse on this. I think the green is worse than the pink, but
I think so too. It's like indicative of like maybe Hulk sperm. I don't know. Yeah.
Something like that. Sideshow Bob. Good Megatron.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh man, at Universal, we were down there last week. We're trying to do another detour with the dad bands. We got pictures, but yeah, we took pictures, and one of the things they're selling are, you know how they have those gimmick hats that people put on, the oversized hats, and they've got one of Sideshow Bob. That's like to wear. So
nice.
Yeah. I just stole Santa's naughty list. Ironically, it's almost identical to my friend's list.
Perfect. The way it should be.
Absolutely. So that's what we have with that. All right. I think let's see, we go there. We go about an hour and 15 minutes. I think what I do, I had some stories for Where in the USA. I think I'm going to hold those for our next stream. Probably Friday. I'm going to look to do something Friday, hopefully. But we'll have to see. Oh, gosh. The shooter says pink is worse because you remove the pink. There's nothing offensive about the green. Reverse it. I got you. That's a good way to look at it.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very interesting, I will say. All right. Well, Comic Relief, thanks for jumping on for a little bit. Appreciate you being on tonight. Kind of spur of the moment tonight. It's been touch and go with whether I was doing this tonight because of the our voices and stuff, and it's just been, so I'm going to hope to set for another one, probably 10 o'clock on Friday at the more normal time.
Yeah.
That I do it, then 11. It should be earlier in the evening, but I got to give my voice a chance to rest again a little bit. But I think everybody came out. Great turnout night. Everybody's good to see so many of y'all here at this time of night. And actually, good to see Shooter here. I know Shooter can't always be here. Time zones make big differences around the world. So, so Comic Relief, what's up with you these days?
Let's see. What's up with me? Yeah, just doing the same old show. We got one coming up on Friday, and let's see. I've been asked to do a music album review of Jerry over at Pop Culture Minefield. So,
Right.
yeah, he's going to be releasing, I think, an album pretty soon. So, I got a little bit of an advanced copy, and he asked me to do a review. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to put that out tomorrow. And, yeah, and then we got Frantic Friday, the show that's going on Fridays, and then on Sundays I put up a video for a little bit of a very interesting type of Bible study.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting. I look forward to seeing those. So, all right, well, folks, we're gonna. Hey, just the red shirts here. Hey, that's Jerry with a hard G.
yeah,
Gary. Gary with a hard G. So I think it's Gary.
Yeah.
Hell, great to see you, Justin. That was a red shirt. Good to see you. Good to
Ooh,
see you
look
tonight.
at that, and Peter Bergman fan.
Hey, just as we're starting to wrap up, I'm going to try to save my voice. I'm going to try to be live on Friday night about 10 o'clock again. Family business and voice with all that. It's been a chaotic few months, and I appreciate y'all supporting the missus and supporting me. And I tell you what, please, if you have not seen the Mrs. Christmas videos, please go watch them.
Yes.
And take a look at them. It's wonderful to see. And tomorrow night, Claus is our last movie at 8 p.m. on her channel. I hope that y'all can make it for that. Oh, you were in and out. Oh, did you miss the naughty memes? We had some fun memes, and we celebrated Twins Day, which was yesterday. So,
yeah.
See real quick. Let me see real quick what today is, because the missus is not doing her show in the morning, but she wants everybody, if y'all hopefully show up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking about Klaus. It's it's really a neat movie. It's a Netflix special, but you can't. Oh, you have seen it. What did you think?
I liked it. I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but
yeah,
but it's very nicely done. I don't mind it whatsoever. It's a good movie.
Well, okay. Hope to see you in chat tomorrow night because we love people's opinions. So, just another red shirt. I've been losing it for days. This is actually having my voice back. But it worked very well last night because we reviewed Home Alone 2, a movie I loved, and Mrs. had me do the shower singing song.
Oh,
with the uncle. Do the cougar. What you looking at? You know, this is a pervert. I'm going to slap you silly.
Oh,
I love that line. I love that line. It was perfect for it. But today, December 19th, is National Oatmeal Day. Eat your oatmeal. Hard Candy Day on December 19th. And the Thursday before Christmas is National Regifting Day. So those are some of today's celebrations. But you get to hear the Mrs. New ringtone. I told her I'll do that. I got to go find those full lyrics, and I will need to do that. So she won't have the unicorn song going anymore. But
do it.
That's my normal voice. Stunning. It's my secret. But if y'all can join it, go back, watch some of these streams. They're wonderful. Help us get the word out about the Mrs. channel. Santa, if you can, or one of the mods, can y'all put the Mrs. link out there for me? Because I want y'all to make sure get the word out about her channel. She's 6 away from 300, and she is trying to monetize the drive to 500 and so on. But she really has worked hard this last 2 weeks. This has been a lot of work, and as we do script reading with these, it's been a lot of fun to do these, even with a bad voice. But so go back, watch these, and join us tomorrow for the last one, because Klaus is really a good movie if you get a chance to watch it first. I'm actually jumping. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. I had to go backwards, not forwards. Thank you, Max. Oh, yeah. Regifting is the reason for fruitcakes. Exactly, Red Shirt.
Yes.
Thank you, Redstone. And Thank you for putting the link in. Santa Megatron is subscribe our phone on your face. There you go. Stunning. Very persuasive arguments, my friend.
We will do.
We are doing this on Friday. All these reviews lead up to on my channel Friday night at 8. We are now my Friday night squirrel stream like this may not happen. It depends on how long we go with this one. But I'm always, yeah. I always be careful. Exactly. I actually am very careful when I do these. What I've done right now is when Stunning sent me a picture from his DM, I actually hid. I hide everything. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You got to be careful of that. I see you laughing too. Yeah, you don't want the wrong text out there.
No,
Peter
that
Venkman,
would be
wow.
incriminating.
Hey, Peter Venkman fan site loves the fruitcakes. But hey,
you're weird.
Hey, it's okay. They're here. What do you expect? I'm weird, But hey, join us. So join us for this wonderful. It'll be my third Christmas special. The 3 years going on 3 years of the channel. So
awesome.
And it's looking forward to it. Hey, look, I'm the guy that tweeted this. So hey, you talk about weird. There you go. So.
Man.
Oh, the text on screen. We're losing your voices. Don't. Yeah. Actually, Peter Venkman, we do that. I'm in here, she's in there, and we will back and forth text each other just to have fun. That's funny. And I'm an intergalactic warlord. I'm well past incrimination.
That's true.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where am I at again with that. All right, let's go back here. Okay, remember Christmas traditions. Yeah, and you got that. Of course, chill chats or something happen. Be more more coming out after the first year, get through the holidays. And, so many times I stream live. Randomly, Fortnite happens a lot with the missus, sometimes bringing other people on, watch for those. Also, all my streams and videos on youtube.com, twitch.tv, and follow me on Twitter at Dadman Walking 55. It's all the same on all three. That way, if you don't get the YouTube or Twitch notifications, I always post to X when I go live. So,
yep.
So, I love that. Finish the thought. I'm an intergalactic warlord, well past incrimination, unless I'm Baby Megatron from Transformers 1. All right. On that note, thank you everybody for being here. Almost an hour and a half. We'll see you the next time. See you over at the Missus tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, talking about the movie Klaus. So, Peter Venkman fan site is at the top of Richard's regifting list. That is awesome. Closed caption because we can't talk. Yes.
Right.
I got you. See, that's many times I have to have stuff explained to me. It frustrates the business too. I got what you said now with that. That's funny. Nike Santa Megatron says, night all.
Good night.